What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean and Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia. Nothing lawn care related today. So if that's what you were looking for, sorry. I am working on a little project at my house. Many of y'all know that, been following the channel a long time. I built this little house, had a lot of help, but I started this house in February of 2023 and I moved in November 2023, and I've never finished it. It's September 2025. Man, two different ministries, lived in another place for a while, just a lot going on. So I say all that to say this. Normally my house does not look like my shop. My shop's always a wreck. Normally we keep our house looking pretty good. Like, we wouldn't have that trailer parked in front of it. Well, we got Darla. Hey, Darla. Darla's kind of a staple around here now, the rescue. That's stuff out of the trailer, trying to figure out what we're gonna do with this. Can it go in the house? Does it need to go in the shipping container? And we just haven't. This whole thing needs to be pressure washed up here. But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. Are we, Darla? So these doors here, which are a little bit dirty, I built these doors to go in my closet. They look like the doors in my house. And I built them, had them painted, and then I got busy, put them on the shop, and this is what they look like now. D for dirty. So I still got one more to go to shop and get, but I got to get my tools and stuff out and forgot to get the other door. So I'm gonna get this one cleaned up, and then I'm gonna go down to the shop and get the other one, and then I'm gonna take these. So these are bifold barn doors. So instead of the traditional barn door where the whole door slides over, these break in the middle and go over. So you can do it. You don't have to have as much wall to slide on, and these are made for the closet in my bedroom. So I'm gonna try to get them put together. Again, this is something that we were gonna do when we built the cabinets and put them in probably September of 2023, and we never got to them. So anyway, there you go. Let's get this cleaned up. All right, there you have it. Obviously not perfectly clean, but good enough. I'll have to clean them once I get them in there anyway. Drill holes and all that, put hinges on them. But I'm gonna flip this one over, clean the back, set it out the truck, and then run down there and get the other one that I forgot to get when I got distracted. It's always something. That little bit left to clean. I noticed before I went to get this door, I don't have any power. So I got on my local Satilla REMC power outage. Predicted to be out. I could tell them there's no prediction, it's out. They're putting up down the main highway where I live. Well, I live about, I have to drive 6 miles to get there. As the crow flies, maybe 4 miles, I don't know. They're putting up these new concrete telephone poles, and, you know, pouring the footers and then setting them on it. I suspect that has something to do with it, but it's kind of weird as far as that is from me, that our little area right here would be the only one. Now I have power at my shop because it comes from a different direction. So I'm gonna get this door cleaned up and just figure out what I'm gonna do. Maybe I can put them together outside here somewhere. I wanted to lay them in the floor in the house and put them together, but we'll see. All right, I hear the bucket truck out behind the house. Here they are right there through the woods, straight ahead over my white F-150. You probably can't see them, but there's a pole back there that's got the transformer on it, so hopefully. Speaking of not finishing my house, see the soffit? And you don't see the soffit. Yeah, I know. I know. Anyway, I got the first door put together out here. Normally I lay them in the floor and do this, but I stood them up so they just hinged. And see how wide that is? And when you put them two together, it becomes that wide. There is a little bit of lip here. I'm not too worried about that. I mean, the fix to it would be to put some more hinges to pull that flush and pull that flush, but not too worried about it. So anyway, I'm gonna get these other two doors together, and hopefully by then I'll have some lights back in the house and I can start putting the hardware on that mount them to the rail. And there may be some questions about these doors. So these are MDF 3/4 with 1/2 inch face around them to make them look like recessed panels. These are, that's your 1/2, or actually it's either 1/2 or 3/8, I don't remember now. It looks like 1/2. Makes it look like a recessed panel, and these are going to match the doors that I have in the house. That's why you got different sizes, or somewhat match them. These are obviously bigger, so I tried to kind of keep them somewhat proportionate, but they're a lacquer finished paint. And if you wanted a set of doors like this, because some people probably wonder about the price, so if you build them yourself and you could paint them, you know, with latex or whatever, you'd probably go to Home Depot and get this material. As far as the MDF, I think I had 2 sheets of 3/4, and I might have just had 1 sheet of 1/2 inch. I think that's the way it worked out. So you would probably be looking at $200 worth of just MDF. And then of course your paint. And then those rail systems that these go on, they're $100. And I don't remember now, they're $100 and something. I bought 2 sets and then a big set for my door inside the house, my farm door over the pantry. And so, you know, to build both of these, you would probably have, if you did all of it yourself, you'd probably have $400 in each door. So like if I went and installed a set of these, if somebody ordered a set of these this size and wanted them installed, it would probably be about $800 a door. So this little closet project would be $1,600. You know, but hey, you know, if you pay somebody to do it, it costs. So you could probably save about half of that doing it yourself. So anyway, hopefully we get some power back. We have power back. Hour later, good to go. Now, in case you're wondering, how can I have a bifold door? This is what it looks like put together. All right, so on the track in the house, I can lock either one of these ends and make it stationary. There's a little lock goes through this hole here, and it'll lock it to the rail. So I can do either end. And what happens is you lock one end to where it won't move. This roller won't move. It'll just stay locked in on the track. So let's say I lock that in. I'm going to show you this later, but if I lock that in right there, and I leave this one free, and I put me a handle, say right here, when I pull on this, this is going to open towards me, and this wheel is going to stay on the track, but see, it's going to turn to stay with the track. And what happens is when you got this thing open, let's say, so this is like a 40-inch door, or maybe 41, 42 inches. So let's say you put a 36-inch door on your closet, right? Because you want to have good access to your closet. Well, the problem with that is you got to have 36 inches of swing room in your bedroom. So a nightstand can't go there, bed can't be there, right? So this here takes about half the swing. This will probably, when it's all said and done, you know, it is on a rail and all, it'll probably stick out 23, maybe 24 inches from the wall. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you on one in here in the house. We still got a mess. We still unpacking boxes. Well, these are unpacked, some more to unpack. But anyway, so this is what it looks like. So this right here is stationary. It's locked in, okay? This one's gonna move. So when I grab this handle down here, see what I'm saying? Now I got this door is like a 50-something inch wide door, but it doesn't take up a lot of space. Now the other thing it saves me from, a traditional barn door would not work in this house. And the reason it would not work is because I got the bedroom door here, the bathroom door there. There's not a place to slide it. See what I mean? So that works really well. So it's a good option for you, you know. Now there is one little thing I have to do to it, because this whole end's got to be stationary. So not only is it stationary here, I've also got, you're probably gonna have trouble seeing this, but right under here, Tapcon down, because I got concrete, there's a piece that you put in the bottom of the door. And I'm gonna show you that piece. You just drill a hole, take a plumb bob, drop it, make sure you got it in the right place. And you got this little piece right here. And the door sits on it. And that's just a little plastic bushing on it. Just makes it turn easy. And I think, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's bigger than a 1/2 inch hole, so I'm gonna have to go get a different drill bit for that. But it's got, you know, that's got to go inside the bottom of the door. So it's gonna go on whatever end you decide to make stationary. Again, the option I got now, I can make either one of these stationary and the other one move. So, all right, I'll show y'all what it looks like when I get it up. All right, we got the door in. Got this end locked down. And when I bought this track, it was barely long enough. Really, that thing should have, ideally, it would have come out a couple more inches on each end, and I could have had the door run all the way out to the trim. But there we go. Just as smooth as can be. And if you can tell, my dogs are barking right down here. Now I made that hole oversized that sits on because I didn't want it to be tight, but anyway, got that one done. Now that I've already done a couple of these, I know where my hole's going for that piece that it sits on to keep this end stabilized. So what I did is I drilled a 9/16 hole down here. Actually, I drilled a 13/16 hole down here. 11/16 would probably be fine, but I don't mind it having a little bit of play in it. So I know this is going to be the end of the door that needs it based on how I'm putting it up. So I'm going in and drilling that before I put it together, because this is basically the equivalent. Trying to carry these doors is at least the equivalent of trying to carry a full sheet of 3/4 inch MDF. So it is heavy. So I'm gonna flip it up, put the hinges on it, and then put the other pieces on. So let's go. All right, Guys and gals, just doing a quick closing for the video with the doors. Hey, hope you enjoyed that. Appreciate you watching. My prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you and that you might see all of your blessings as from him.